So I actually bought this cup thinking possibly it could come home, but it hasn't. It hasn't. My hopes were up for England, and then they all just crashed down. But here, it's quite the opposite. We sit in a very decent position, trying to build on that with a busy December and, of course, a January coming up. So strap yourselves in for a busy one today. Yes, people, welcome back to episode number 3 of season number 11. That's right, we're cooking with gas. As you can see, the league position is brilliant. We sit 3rd in the table. What a redemption arc. We beat Liverpool, we beat Manchester United, we beat Spurs all last time out, as Manchester United are actually 15th in the table with Arsenal 16th. That's not too great for them. Does look like we've switched positions with them, as some games today are quite difficult. The likes of Leicester, Nottingham Forest not doing too bad. We've got Chelsea in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, West Ham, Brighton. We're going to the next month with Man United and Liverpool again. And that month, of course, marking January, so we want to get some signings over the line today. But disregarding signings, we've almost got one man who's almost like a fresh signing this season. Tom Bloxham is starting to arrive back. The big man's been out for 7 months with an ACL injury, and I would just love to have him in this team. As I am thinking I'm going to choose to go with a simulation this time. Probably a highlights one for Nottingham Forest, because they're doing very well, and we've got a slightly fatigued team. Richarlison's still going for Forest. He's partnered with Jonathan David, and our old goalkeeper Dominic Knight's in goal. Still, I am hoping our quality can prevail, as Brahim Diaz onto Lucas Ponce. Looking for a little bit of a gap, gives it onto Lamana Chal, who's scoring at the moment. And he's still scoring. What a curler from the Frenchman. Did not expect that to settle in the top corner, but there we have it. 1-0 already against Forest. That was such a good strike, as Lucas Ponce still running with this ball. He gives it into Lamana Chal, who will try and return it back, but the ball just bounced back to him. Bernie Deli through the middle. Bamba onto Lucas Ponce, who needs to try and turn inside of his man. Not skillful enough. And it may cost us not getting anything off, because they have a penalty. Jonathan David against Wilk, who's playing okay at the moment, but sent exactly the wrong way. Still, we do have this chance. Aguilar running with it. What can Julian do right here? Tackles come in on him, but he's avoided it. Reggie Stone now on the field. Ruben Neves. Lamana Chal. We're going out wide a little bit into Bernadelli. Into Lucas Ponce, who's going to try and strike one straight at the defender. Still, Ruben Neves keeps it alive. Into Aguilar. Ruben Neves through the middle again. What a save. As I do believe we're into last chance territory here. Lamana Chal just jogging forward with this ball. He's got no real support. Has to give it into Brahim. Brahim to skip past one man. He's going to keep on going. Now he gets the pass across into Lucas Ponce. Lamana Chal, Alfie Farmer to strike, but he just couldn't do the business. A bit of a disappointing one, a 1-1 draw with Forest. To be fair, they're on brilliant form this season, so not too disheartened. And straight after this game, we've got a loanee going out. Jacobe Alvarez, I'm going to say his name is. It's only a 6-month one, so we should get him back from St. Pauli. The last game takes us down to 4th position. Still not bad, with Leicester next, though, joint on points. And the big news is we do have Tom Bloxham back for this next one. He's only going to stay on the bench. Of course, he is one of our best players, but it takes Alfie Farmer off, who's very upset at the moment, and still keeps Aguilar in the squad. We've got to see how it does. He's gone down 1 by pace as Aguilar, same as Lucas Ponce, as we're going to try and get all the points this time against the Foxes. Come on, we can win this one. They're going very defensive with their formation, so we should try and exploit that. Of course, with Lucas Ponce, I'm hoping that's the case, as here he is, the Argentine, running with this ball. Can he try and just drop it back in? He does. Brahim Diaz skipped away. He was unlucky there, as Tielman putting one behind into Ribeiro. Big save, Wilk. Need to get this header away if we can, though. We haven't won it. Center. Oh, and Gabriel Veron has scored. That is so par from our German left back. No idea what Zenter's doing not winning that ball. It's just one there for us to get, and he doesn't. That is a big shame, as Aguilar running with this ball at his feet. He gives it out wide into Zenter. Chance to cross it towards Lucas Ponce. It doesn't go. Lamana Chal instantly level. This man, Lamana Chal, is on fire. And with how frizzy his hair is, he looks like he's on fire as well. This time their defender does get the header on it, but heads it straight back to us. All square in what should be a huge game here. He's living up to his expectations as Veron. We just get skipped past. He goes for a shot and save. As I do believe that is Lamana Chal on the deck. The main man at the moment getting injured. Not great news at all, that, as Bamba gets gets the ball on the edge of the box. He goes for a shot at too many. But again, too many men in the way. And that is the end of the half. It is 1-1. Lamarachal injured. Still, we're back on level terms. And Leicester's going to start this half off with a corner kick. Just whipped into the middle. Zenta tries to get it away. Ferrari on the turn. Bernardelli in the way. They're starting off strong as Ribeiro trying to turn us in the box. Gets his shot off and he's put it in the top corner. We haven't woke up since the halftime whistle. The top scorer, of course, in the league just does what he does best. Now going to try and fight back as Aguilar. Slide tackle coming in on him, but he's managed to avoid it. And he manages to run. Lucas Ponce is through the middle, but he can't turn. Now we have a chance to get away. Tom blocks him. He's going to put it down this right-hand side into Bernardelli again. He's on the field. He's the big man. It's into Lucas Ponce to try and level. Such an unlucky game so far as Ruben Neves. Oh, Bamba. The ball was there to be won. Ponce to put it back in. Brahim Diaz. He's been invisible in this game. He gets 2 chances. Seems we may not get anything from this game, which will be so disappointing. Ribeiro, bottom corner. That is a striker's finish. There's no saving that one. I don't know how much power was underneath it, but it is an absolute thunderbolt. Look at that from Ribeiro. 125.2 miles per hour. Leicester are going to get the better of us, I think, as Ponce is going to try and have something to say about it. Goes for a shot himself. Falls to Alcani. That's one back. Very lucky with that one. He's just come on as Ponce gives it over the top, hopefully, into Alcani, who might have just avoided the offside trap. Here he is with the ball. He can't get his pass off, but it still glues to his feet. Into Ponce, who tries to skip past and can't. Leicester win the game, and I've got to say, I am very disappointed with the performances of Lucas Ponce. Yes, he has one really good minute in a game, but most of the time, it's actually not great. Then again, we've come up against a really good team, and we just haven't done it. As Aguilar actually got injured for 3 months, I didn't even notice. Lamarachal 8 days, but Aguilar, we get one striker back, another one goes. As you can see, we are 4th in the league table, but Spurs have a game in hand, so they can jump above us. Disappointed with that fact, as Crystal Palace up next as well, which is going to have to be simulated, as this team is fully fit with Tom Bloxham up front, so I do fancy our chances against Palace. Still, they're a very good side, but we do get the win. Bloxham scoring on his full return, and Alfie Farmer scoring to win it very late on. Love that from Alfie Farmer, and he's asking to play against West Brom, so I'll have to really consider that. As in other news, we do have 5 contracts expiring, and these do look important players, actually. Just before January, Bamba, Stone, Bloxham, Conway, Stein, Rankin, Costello. Well, Rankin's easy. He's retiring at the end of this season. As for the rest of them, I don't think I want to lose any of these, so we've got to try and sign these up. Going to be starting with Tom Bloxham, and I am going to put a 76 million release clause in the way. I am not going to stand out of the way of that. He does want a significant pay rise, which I am going to accept. At 63, 67 actually. I mean, it's a lot of money, but he is worth it. I mean, if a bigger club comes in, you can see we will let him go if they pay that release clause. I think that one was completely fair, as hopefully Tommy Conway doesn't walk away from 55k. Brilliant negotiation skills as Reggie Stone's staying as well. The penultimate one being Ibrahima Bamba, which we will give them little bonuses for. The final one is going to be Sam Stein, but he turns it down. He doesn't want to actually speak for 45k. He wants more than that. I'm sorry, but if he doesn't want to speak for that, I am not going to speak to him. As we do stay above Spurs, which is a very good thing. I didn't expect that. West Brom away at the Hawthorns, which we're going to try and get done. As what's it going to be? Alfie Farmer still on the bench, and we get a win, actually. What am I on about? I'm disappointed that the simulation didn't sub him on, because now I know he's going to get onto me. But Brahim, Bloxham, and Ponce, the front three, all getting goals to salvage what was going to be a defeat. A big win in the run-up to this very pivotal Carabao Cup game now. One that does feature a guest appearance from Smith. Emir Smith, the Welsh right-back coming in. Lamarachal in. Alcani goes up front on his own, and Muller's in goal. We're going to do the highlights, just because we've kept doing them. If we get to the semi-final, we'll play that one. But I'm excited to see how the highlights can go. I know we have Liverpool and Manchester United coming up next month, and of course January, so I feel like we have to get this one skipped. Still really hoping for the points, as it's packed to the rafters here at New Blundell Park. There is our running. Crystal Palace, Leicester, Man United, Fulham, West Ham or West Brom. What an opportunity this could be if we get past Chelsea. Manchester United, the only big team left, which we have beaten before, as we've got a run in here with Ponce. No defenders is near Lucas Ponce. What a chance this can be, as he puts it in the top corner, you know. A brilliant 8th minute lead coming from Lucas Ponce. That's a big goal, as we could be in again, you know. Alcani here I don't know what team Chelsea's put out because it's not doing them justice. Alcani's got a bit too close. That was shocking. We should have got that, as now they've got to run down the line. Pull back into Victor Osimhen. Gakpo! Oh, what a finish from Cody Gakpo. Looks destined for Liverpool. Signed with Liverpool IRL right now, but that's a finish for Chelsea. Still will continue to come forward as Brahim Diaz has a gap here. He's got an easy run through on the goalkeeper. Passes it to Pons. Puts it in the side netting. I thought he would miss that. It's 2-1 at New Blundell Park. This man, Lucas Pons, is actually doing okay in front of goal. Yes, I want to see more from him in his performances, but that's a big one. Still, game not over because Victor Osimhen, he passes it behind him into Ferrari's man who needs to mark. Osimhen, big save, Muller. It's into the open goal. This is going shocking at the moment. We need to try and keep hold of this as we're going to actually bottle it. Billy Gilmore tackled. Still the corner to be delivered. Mikel Elise headed away by Bernardelli. Oh, it's gone in off Kai Havertz. That is one of the luckiest goals you will ever see. I think Chelsea may have just done it, you know. They have. They've won the game with a really lucky deflected corner. 3-2 loss again to Chelsea. That's kicked us out in the quarterfinals, and I am so disappointed with how that went. Man United squeezed through, but it was West Ham and Crystal Palace, the other teams. That was a shot at a trophy. Nothing we can do now. Just focus on the league, which we're doing well in, but I am so hurt by that. I truly believed we were going to win something, and we haven't. All we can do is keep going. We've got a slightly fatigued team, but I'm going to do the highlights again the Hammers as it's a snow day here. Christmas has just passed, but we're getting some snow. How can we do in these conditions? You can see it's coming off of his feet as Lucas Pons into Lamarichal. That's a brilliant ball around, but he's offside. Unlucky as Bamba. He will drill this ball forward straight into Brahim Diaz. He just needs to keep on going, but the ball's holding up a little bit. Gets his turn inside. Gets his pass off into Lucas Pons. All square going into a West Ham corner. Diaz. That wasn't a good clearance. Bernie Deli's got defending to do as Asprilla through the middle. We don't want to lose this to the Hammers here. Asprilla with a shot. Easy save, but it is all West Ham. Sanchez, that's a bad tackle, Ballard. But a good position for, I think it's Sanchez to hit this one over the wall. Side netting. And that is actually that. It's a 0-0 draw. We didn't get many highlights ourselves. Looks like West Ham dominated. So into Brighton we go at the Amex Stadium. Still in 4th position, holding on by 3 points. Managed to get ourselves there as well, which isn't too disappointing. And this team's not too tired, actually. I think we should be okay to simulate this one. Maybe not the next game. A 3-0 win. Pons with the brace and Bernie Deli the right back. As we're going off for Emir Smith just before the window opens. 14.2 million's not bad, but like you can see by his stats, he's a brilliant player, and on £500 a week, why would I get rid of it? He can be in this squad as we are 2nd in the league. How have we stepped up that much? 7 points off Chelsea, even with the draw against West Ham, making me regret it more now. And this month, now into January, this is a month we need to get signings correct. As the first thing I want to do, the priority is replace Sam Steinen if he does leave, and Gonzalo Guerrera, what a better replacement he is. Very quick on his stats, 23-year-old, 83 rated right winger. Looks like a mini Pedro. Don't know how he's a free agent, but I think he'd work very, very well with Aguilar up front, as he wants an appearance fee, but if it takes that appearance fee to make him take 51k a week, I am firmly all for that. As what a signing that one is. The first one through the door, Gonzalo Guerrera. Brilliant name, easy to say, A-star rating. Even managed to get him on a 5-year contract, which is perfect. He looks a great player, but don't think my business is done there. And Leeds United is going to be another quick sim because, of course, Liverpool and Man United up later want to play them, as we've lost 1-0 to United. Gomez with the goal. Don't know who he is. Don't care. We should not be losing that one. I don't know if that warrants a new signing straight away or not, but it's left a sour taste. The only way we make up for it is just smashing Rotherham, then Liverpool, then Southampton, then United. Do I think we'll do that? Probably not, but I hope so. As Bernardo's back, I'm going to get him straight into the squad. For the first time in a while, Tommy Conway's actually the one dropped out because he's going to come in there. We're going to go with this, see how it does. Very strong. If this doesn't beat Rotherham, I think we've got to just rethink everything about this team, as it's going to be a 2-0 win. Bernardo and Lucas Pons. 4th in the table now by 1 point, but if we do beat Liverpool like the time before we were trying to get into the top 4, we've got to try and keep them out. They're just behind us in the chase, as we've got to try and sign another player as well. Sampdoria wanting to bring Bamba. They're offering a decent player, but not decent enough. That's a reject. And despite getting really, really old at the moment, I do feel David Hanko is the way to go. The Slovakian, very good in Ultimate Team, even though he's not really usable in the Eredivisie. Now at Valencia, 35-year-old, but has pace, and he's 85 rated and can play left back as well. Yes, he's ancient, but a good player. We'll offer the 12.5 and he'll accept it. Also comes in as potential captain material, even though Ruben Neves is that at the moment. We'll accept no release clause. I don't know what his wage is gonna want to be. I mean, he's not on much at Valencia. We'll offer 65, which is quite a lot, and 200 on the signing on bonus, which easily gets Hanko's signature. Welcome to the club. And there he is in the Grimsby shirt. Looks very good in it, doesn't he? Extremely good stats. Look at that. He's still got the pace, the defending, the physical. Can just replace Ferrari in every aspect and slot into the back four. Very nice, and he's definitely going to start right here against Liverpool. We've got the home advantage, and I don't know why the dugout's that colour, but it just is. Anyway, we've got the home advantage, and I do think we should be putting up a really good fight and possibly beating them like we've done many times before. Still, it's impossible to forget their quality as Dan Ballard. What a tackle! I was thinking about replacing him with, of course, Hanko, but he's not getting that now. Of course, went to the World Cup with Spain and really, really close as Pons puts it around the corner into Bernadelli. We'll play that one forward. We'll pass it back in the middle into Tom Bloxham. That's on for Brahim Diaz to hit. Early start to this one and very exciting stuff as Bamba gives it back into Paulo Bernardo wide. So unfortunate with that one, as here is Brahim Diaz running down this wing. He slips it through onto Tom Bloxham though, and Tom does what he does best. He's missed the Liverpool games with injury of recent, but not this time. Ray in the goal stood no chance, just a ball slipped through and a very good finish. So let's get going. Half an hour on the clock, and Pons with a chip over the top. That's a good one, you know, into Bloxham again. I think I did just use my hand as Zenta running forward. That's another ball through to Bloxham though. That one's dragged wide. Plenty of good football, however, plenty of missed chances, and when it's Liverpool about, it's difficult. But Hanko dealt with that one very well, and Brahim to try and run away with it. Still, he's been tackled. Falls to Bamba. Just a chip over the top, and there's the half-time whistle. We've survived 45. And there's a ball straight through to Carney Chukwuemeka. Oh, and they've just levelled it straight away in the second half. I don't believe it. It's that man again. He's made the move from Chelsea, and he did it against us last time. He just always gets slipped through, takes a couple of touches out of his feet, and just slots it in the near post. Tasked with another comeback, as Brahim's going to just slot that one straight into Pons here, who can run with this ball. Lucas Pons, no one near him. Lucas Pons into the bottom corner just after the hour mark. Is there any place this boy can't put a ball? It was just an easy run through right there. The number 11, just a little tap past him as Brahim Diaz to run with this ball right here, and he's going to slide one straight through into Alcani. Alcani's going to have to cut inside himself a little bit into Brahim Diaz. Diaz on a little bit of an angle, can't put it in, and a ball through the middle. Carney Chukwuemeka into Zenta. That's a good ball through to Diaz. Diaz just to try and run this a little bit. He slots it to the side into Pons. Pons tries to return that back. Brilliant tiki-taka gameplay from ourselves, as that's a good ball around the corner into Bernadelli. We're going to try and seal this one with the right wing back kind of player. I mean, he is right back. Another corner so we can keep hold of the ball, as Pons just putting one in there for, I think that was Hanko maybe, I don't know, but he's played brilliantly him on this first game. This is Hanko chasing it, as he doesn't need to chase anymore. It's a 2-1 win against Liverpool, cementing our place in the top 4 for now. Level with Manchester City, more wins than them, and we sit on 41 points. Still 10 points off the top of the league, which, to be fair, I am looking at. Too optimistic? Probably so. Southampton are up next, and they're really struggling this season, so I hope we can get this over the line. Ferrari and Ruben Neves joining the team back up again, because Hanko just not fully fit yet. And, of course, the other one, Bernardo, he's been out injured on the sideline, so a quick simulation before Coventry in the FA Cup. A 3-0 win. Brahim with a double and Ponce with one. As easy as that with a round of 32. That's sprung up quick. I feel like we do play the highlights for Coventry because I don't want to bottle this one at all. Going to change the team around ever so slightly and see how this one can do. Or, of course, Coventry away. Still a solid team from them. I know Fabio Tavares can do damage, and I think it's Conte in the defence, which was the good one. We have to be very, very careful with how we do, as Conway to the side of him into Guerreiro Gonzalez. Gonzalo Guerrera, first Grimsby Town goal. That didn't take long, did it? With how this has started, it should be a fun afternoon, but I don't think we have any defenders back for Pereira, who's running through. Still, we've managed to get there with Smith. He's a very quick one, the number 42. Oh, and a brilliant tackle to join it. That's good football. As here's Zaki Alkani running forward onto Lamarichal. That's through the gap into Alkani again. Through onto Abrima. Bamba! Oh, what is the keeper playing at? I need to see this one again. The goalkeeper. Oh, we deserve to. That was very poor, as that is the end of the game as well. Not many highlights, but just enough to get the 2 goals. Get us the 2-0 win. Don't know if there was any shocks at that stage, and I'm not going to check. We're second in the league with Man United, underperforming Man United, to play next. As Crystal Palace putting a lot of money in for Zaki Alkani right here. I'm flattered, but that's got to be a no. It's not an out-and-out starter, but there's no one else I do want as Hertha Berlin. 51 million. That's got to be rejected. Actually, Monaco came at the same time, but a lot less. I don't want to get rid of the big man unless it's for, of course, his evaluation price, or the release clause, should I say, as Michael Owen is going to get his deal to go out on loan, and Gavin Gleeson, Bournemouth want almost, well, 5 million for him, which isn't bad, but actually he's 18-year-old. It is okay. I'll let that go through. The reason being is because I see other prospects doing just as well. The likes of Stevenson, okay, Aaron Grady, and of course Lee Howells. Next, Gareth Bale has almost arrived, as that's the team that we're going to go with back to full strength for the Premier League United trip. Oh, and I'm wrong. We're actually at home. Come on, lads. Revenge for, I think it's the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup last time, where we got beaten by them. Or it might have actually been the quarterfinals again. Have we been knocked out in 2 quarterfinals now? I think we have, both by, of course, big clubs at home, which is a disappointment when we're trying to become a big club ourselves. As Lamarichal waiting for the run. Bernadelli, but it wasn't a great one. He stays in as Bernadelli into Bamba. Plenty of offers for him, as that's a brilliant save. Almost getting the opening goal as Kamada getting a shot off. Wilk with the save. And Bernadelli into Bergwijn here, who's trying to run at us a little bit. Passes back, and Cunha wide. Good chance for Ponce, who's just going to pass it into Ballard. Now it's back to Ponce, and that was bouncing. Unlucky one as Cunha in the middle now, and oh, what a save that is. As Bernadelli into Ponce here, he's going to get the pass off into Bloxham. Round the corner. Just dink that towards Brahim Diaz, who of course isn't tall enough. It might be Bamba's to shoot at the end of the half, but the ball was just took away from him, and that is the end of the first 45. To say Man United are down there, I'm slightly disappointed. Bit of a shame, as Amad Diallo, of course, made it at Sunderland a little bit, into Odegaard, onto Eobal. Kamada trying his luck. A chance for United as Ponce putting one over the top, and that's a good ball, you know, into Bernadelli. Bernadelli's going to try and run this line. He's going to pull it back into Lamarichal. Come on, we need more than a draw as it stands, as now it's on to Tom Bloxham. There's the run over the top from Ponce. It's hit an arm, but can Smith... Oh, he's just come on, and he's played a killer pass into Ponce, who's going to dink it into Bloxham. Can't get his shot off right. We needed more as Lamarichal. That is a brilliant pass into Ponce once again. We're really waking up. Tom Bloxham's through. That is the goal. Very late on in the game, but Tom Bloxham has it. We've needed it. Our number 28, so good to have him back. The weight of the through ball key. I mean, the commentary's just right. What a ball from Guerrera. Oh, Guerrera, he'd just come on as well for Brahim Diaz. As Zenta, just a dink ball over the top will do nicely, Ruben. Into Zaki Alkani. Round the side, into Ponce, who's missed. Could be doing the double against United here, as Frimpong has got around us. It's into Florian Wirtz. Pulled across. Bamba with the long foot out. Still Cunha with the ball though, and Cunha scored. Can you believe it? The man who's just gone to Wolves scoring for United. Can't say I'm not disappointed with that one. We tried to get rid of it. We just couldn't in the end. And it's a brilliant shot at the near post for Cunha. Tried to send everyone forward, but just didn't have the time. It's a 1-1 draw, and a draw that I am very disappointed with. That takes us on to deadline day right here as Bamba. Honestly, we're getting so many offers in for this guy. Just look at the list. I don't know what it takes to just tell other clubs I'm not selling him. There's one player we are, though, is Gavin Gleeson. He's gone to Bournemouth. I'm not too disheartened. I don't think he has time to grow as Harley Hartley. He's made the move to Nottingham Forest from, of course, Schalke, who we sold him to. He's back in the Prem. A surprise move, if you ask me, but still we're simming on. No one really I want to go out and sign. Yeah, no one really. Is Liverpool coming in for Bamba? Usually I'd accept that, but we are above them in the league. league, so I think that does give us the right to turn it down. Finally, I can say that without feeling guilty because we are above them in the league. Why would he want to actually go to a team below us? Yes, it might be more sustainable at them, but why? As Le Marichal playing brilliantly. Aston Villa below us in the league. Yes, they've had good seasons. They're not at the moment. We're going to advance one more hour, and that is the window slammed shut. We've signed Gura and we've signed Hanko. Two, I'd say first team or at least squad players. Very happy with how the team's improved. I do think it's improved big time as well. Of course, the only rating low is Smith, but he's a brilliant player in game. Conway's now gone over Alcani, which is brilliant. Everyone competing for places. Brilliant team. We get Champions League football. If not, a trophy this season. As thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe with that notification bell on as well so you don't miss anything. As I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care of yourselves in a bit. And peace.
Changes.